Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm just going to share a quick video of a card. This is using some of the new items from the Stampin' Up catalogue that gets launched to customers on June the 1st. So this stamp set is a new one, Rooted in Nature. It's got 16 different stamps in it. And if you love Lovely as a Tree, which has been in the catalogue and one of our bestsellers since 2001 when it first came out. So a few years, 17 years being a top seller, they've kind of tweaked it and done something that goes alongside with it. But Lovely as a Tree is a stamp set with no dies. However, Rooted in Nature has Nature's Roots framelit dies here as well, which cut out most of these images here, even one of those big dies there for that big tree there. So a few sentiments: thinking of you, you are wonderful, to thank you for all you do, just for you, and some great sort of leaf sprigs and things like that. So everything being able to be cut out with a die. So let's get started. Now this is one of the cards we actually made at our on stage event. So we start with a piece of A5 soft suede and just fold that in half. Then we get a piece of pattern paper. Now this pattern paper actually comes from Nature's Poem Designer Series paper. Oh, just hit the screen there. So this is all part of the same product suite, and you've got a whole variety. We're obviously using that piece there, but different sides, different colours, some fabulous real natures. Look at those skeleton leaves, beautiful. And Blackberry Bliss now being back, but some gorgeous, gorgeous papers there. So we are using a piece of pattern paper, and this one is, as you can see, 10 centimetres by just under 13. So in inches, if you're working in inches, it's a 4 by 5 inch piece of pattern paper. So let me get my glue. And already coming out there. So I'm just going to add some Tombow around the edges and stick that just kind of central, but on, I'm going to be lining it up with that side there. So central here and here, but up against that line, just so you've got a very small border there. And I've kind of done a few Blue Peters beforehand, and let's leave that there like that. Then a piece of a very vanilla card. Now I say I've done, here's one I've done earlier. So that's a 4 inch by 3.5 inch, or if you're in centimetres, 10 centimetres by 9 centimetres. And that's actually going to go just to the side of that. So again, no dimension or anything yet, but plenty of different textures going on shortly. So that, as you can see, has been stamped. And that's the big sort of tree trunk stamp. I mean, look at the detail on that. How great is all of that? So that just goes on the side there. So you're using that stamp there, and we've actually used soft suede to match the cardstock there as well. So soft suede ink, and that has been stamped on there. Then what we've done, that'll be the royal we. So we've got Tranquil Tide. Now see, I would have always said Tranquil Tide was a bit sort of blue, but actually it's a bit green, which I suppose C is really, isn't it? A bit blue, a bit green. And we've also got two more skeleton leaves. So one large skeleton leaf in the Tranquil Tide, 2 leaves in the Grapefruit Grove. And just to show you the stamps, so there we go. It's that skeleton leaf there and that skeleton leaf there. And of course, as I say, you've got 2 dies, so they're just cut out with dies as well. So I'm going to add those to the card now as well. So again, still just flat. It's quite warm here at the moment, so my glue is very, very runny, but it's all good. Right, so let's put that one about there. Oh. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put these two strips over the top. Now if I was to poke one of these behind, you'd only be able to see the top. So we've done two so that we'll be able to see the top and the bottom. So in fact what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick those together first. So this is a piece of Whisper White card, and with the Tranquil Tide, so Whisper White is 3 inches by 1 inch, or in centimetres, 8 centimetres by 3 centimetres will work. And that's the You Are Wonderful stamp there, done in Tranquil Tide as well. And then this strip of pattern paper, which is just the other side of that, is again in centimetres, 9 by 2 centimetres, or in inches, 3.5 by 3/4. So let's just tuck that across there, and I want it to line up and just leave a small border underneath. So I've got a bit going along the bottom, but I've got that bit there. So now I know where that's going. So I've done that first, because when I stick that there, I'm going to need to stick one of those under there with the top poking out, and the other one under there with the bottom poking out. So I wanted to know roughly where I wanted to go. So let's stick those down. Oh, top and bottom. There's the top. I think we'll overlap that a little bit. And just stick that. So again, we know that that's poking out the bottom, so I might just have it a little bit lower down there. So there we go. Now we're not ready to stick this down now, but I'm just having a look there. I'm going, oh yeah, that's fine. And don't ever be afraid to mix Whisper White with Very Vanilla. This pattern paper has got white, so that's why that's done on that. But there's Very Vanilla in this pattern paper, so you can mix them. So next what I've got is I've got two little trinkets, and I love these. So look, these are the Leaves trinkets, and they come, let's open them and you can see. So you've got some silver ones and some copper ones. And in each, oh, that's upside down, there you go. You've got four different styles, two different colours. So a silver single leaf and a silver 3-leaf, and a bronze or copper 3-leaf and single leaf. And so for this card, I'm going to be using, put those ones away, the copper ones. And it's up to you what you want to stick these down with. So you could add Tombow to the back of those and stick those down, especially if you want to wiggle it a little bit. But in actual fact, I'm going to, if I can find mine, use glue dots, because for anything like this, I normally use my glue dots. So glue dots on a roll. And again, I'm not going to pick those off. It's always a lot easier. Make sure I've got the side round right. It's always a lot easier to put your embellishment to the roll. And then here comes my tweezers, because I'm always, and then, go on. There we go. So the glue dot is there. And this one is going to be poking out from under there. So when I stick that down, that's it. I want that to be, oh dear. Actually use my fingers. There we go. And before I stick it down too much, I just want to have a look. Yeah. That's going to look fine. So there we go. And again, probably just two glue dots on here, one at the tip. And you can't really see these as well. Give them a little wiggle. And one towards the bottom. Perhaps that leaf there. There we go. Right, this will be the interesting piece. Right. So if I'm going to stick that there, I want that coming out about there. That's it. Perfect. Okay, so now this is going to go over. You've got some dimension underneath, so you need some dimension to put this so it won't go flat, so it sticks up as well. So let's stick a couple of those on. Let me have a feel, see if that's enough. Yep, do you know it is? I did wonder whether it might need two, but one is enough. So let's get rid of those. And again, butting it all up against the left-hand side, making sure I've left it how I wanted to. Making sure it's straight. Use your grid paper to line it up. Perfect, there we go. And then with this suite as well, you've got some Nature's Twine, and it's a pack of 4 coming in these colours. Love those, the Grapefruit Grove, the Blackberry Bliss, the Mint Macaron, and then a sort of crumb cake soft suede colour. In fact, crumb cake, they're calling it crumb cake, but it goes well with soft suede as well. And so all I've done is I've taken a length of that, I've done a little bow. So for me, my bows, I was taught to me by a good friend, and she says, do bunny ears, doesn't matter how big they are, cross them over. You know I'm doing this on camera, so it's so not going to work now. And pull them through. Oh, come on. Come on, don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. And don't worry that's a massive bow, because just bring it down, back, bring it back, tighten it, bring it back, bring it back, tighten it. And it's up to you how big or small you want to go. But there we go. And here's one I did earlier, just in case I mucked it up. And again, I'd use a glue dot on the back of that. So let's do that. I've actually left the tails quite long on here. I quite like them quite long. Oh, get off me, glue. And in fact, let's use those, because I want that to kind of go about there. That'll do. And then they can go down there. But you could trim it if you wanted to. So there we go. Look at that. How fabulous is that? Love it. Great for autumnal. We're trying to get to summer here in the UK, but I think a great autumnal card, but also the brighter colours as well. I think it make it great for any occasion. Great for men, great for women. It doesn't really matter. I think nature appeals to everybody. So there we go. I hope you've liked this video. If you have, then give me a thumbs up. I'd love to hear a comment to say that you've liked seeing this. If you've got any questions, then put those underneath as well, and I'll be able to see those. And if you don't subscribe to my videos, then give us a subscribe. You'll be able to buy any of these products from my online shop from June the 1st. So www.natalieoshea.stampinup.net, or if you just go to www.natalieoshea.co.uk, then you can get all the links there as well. And there we go, all the products are listed below as well. That's it. Thanks very much for stopping by. Bye.